make you flee from before you. For from Zion shall go forth the Torah and the word of the Lord out of Jerusalem. Blessed be he who in holiness gave the Torah to his people Israel. Vayahi ben Aharon Vayomer Moshe
Kuma Adonai Yifustu Yezeka Pianuzu Mizaneka Mizneka Ki Mission Torah Ki Mission Tete Torah Yerushalayim Baruch Shenatan Torah Baruch Shenatan Torah Le'amo Yisrael V'Yidrushan Torah Baruch Adonai Onhinu Melech Haolam Baruch Adonai Adin HaTorah Amen. Lord of God, give me the universe, visit from all the peoples, and give to us you, Lord, give her of the Torah. Speak dry, tell King you, vet, mitzvah, teach me, vet, mitzvah, shishmeru, v'sitam, otam, v'natati, ish nechem, betam, v'natan, ta'ar, Yuvala, Te'et, Hasadeh, Itin, Rio. Amen. If you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments, you will fulfill them, and I will provide your rains in their proper time. The earth shall give forth its produce, and the tree of the field shall give forth its produce.
So because we're ending the book of Leviticus, it's traditional to speak this together. Kazak. Be strong, and may we be strengthened. And we actually sang this earlier, but it's a beautiful thing that when the Torah is open, that there's prayers of healing that go forth, whether they're spoken literally or unspoken. So. Adonai, the name,
that's Lord, and we will be healed. Adonai, Eloheinu Melech Haolam, Asher Natan Lanu Torah Demet, V'Yakeyolam Natabkenu, Baruch Atah Adonai, Noten HaTorah. Amen.
Blessed are you,
Lord God, giver of
who gave us the Torah of truth, to set the everlasting life
right.
in our midst.
Blessed are you, Lord, giver of the Torah.
So this is very simple, because the Lord is simple. He's complex, but He's complex in a good way. We make Him complicated in a way that we shouldn't. And so it says this: if you walk in, and the word for walk, or sometimes it says follow my commandments or my statutes. The word is halak, which is used in various ways in the scriptures. And the first time it's used,
Probably coming through the
it's like a feedback
monitors.
It's like reverb. Yes. So if you walk in my statutes, the first time that this halak is used is right here in Genesis, and the name of the third river is Tigris, and it flows east of Assyria, and the fourth river is the river Euphrates. So the word for halak, which is walk, we think of walk as walking like this, right? Even though it's used for other ways, used for just moving as well. But the river flows. Okay? Get that. So the same, when we just read if you walk, it's the same word. If you flow in my commandments, the ones that he gave us because he loves us. All that he gives us is because he loves us. And if we can imagine that, or actually experience the fact that we're flowing that river that he lays out for us, and it's a cleansing water flowing easily. It's light and easy when we truly are in walking, flowing with him. And this kind of, certain things floor me. So in Hebrew, it's just a beautiful thing when a word appears for the first time, and then various other places that those same three letters basically appear in Scripture. And here again, as the word prevailed, and this is the ark, and that word halak, the walk, actually, is the ark was raised up and floated, secure. He's our salvation. That ark floated on the water, and those that were in it, we that are in it, are saved. But again, so when we walk in his statutes, when we float upon the waters in him, we forget who we are as fast as we can. Little by little, we forget who we are. And as we effortlessly, somehow or other, it doesn't seem effortless to me, gotta say, but there's a way that it becomes effortless. And we're truly, truly in him, in that ark, enclosed in his arms, held together completely, and safe. And so one of the ways that we've been flowing or floating in the words that he gives us is that we've been counting the Omer. And this is a beautiful description, a beautiful picture to think on as we're counting the Omer. And this is the instruction: you shall count for yourselves from the day after the Sabbath, which refers to the Passover, from the day you brought. And it says Aleph Tav, the sheaf, which is the beginning and the end. I am the Alpha and the Omega, we read in Greek, but I am the Aleph and the Tav. I'm the first and the last. So Aleph Tav, Yeshua, when he is resurrected, it's on that same day that sheaf is waved. That first fruits offering is waved. So it's like he comes out of saving those below, and he raises up, and he's waving himself. The Lord's waving him, actually. His Father is waving him. So it says, 7 Shabbats shall be completed, count 50 days to the day after the 7th Sabbath, and then you shall offer a new grain offering. At the end of those days, we're to wave 2 loaves, and those loaves have leaven. He rises up. He takes on the leaven, the sin of us, rises up as that first fruits offering. And then after those 50 days, we then wave that, which is that grain, but with leaven. And it was beautiful when we were with Lana and the other kids downstairs last week. We were talking and sharing a little bit about the Omer, and so we're counting, and Lana said she counted the days to her birthday party because that was something, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was something that she was looking forward to. And that's what this counting is about. It's the way for the Lord to say, look, count this thing, count down to this day. This is another way to remember me and be excited about what I'm doing. In these days that we're counting, expect things to happen continually, revelation to pour out upon you. Be expectant. There's a few more days left. There's 15 or so more days. And so the excitement that she mentioned, she totally related it, her birthday, counting the days to her birthday party. She totally related it to that which we're doing here. And we're counting toward, with expectation toward the giving of the Torah and what's also known as Pentecost.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen. Amen. So there's a little green barley that's pulled out from the ground. And as we go across the 50 days, then it turns into the wheat that can be ground and made into bread.
Amen. Amen.
So shall we speak the blessing together? In Hebrew first at the top. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu b'sefarat ha'omer. Blessed
are you, Lord God, King of the universe, who sanctifies us with his commandments and granted us about the counting of the Omer. The days of counting of the Omer.
And Yeshua, after he rose, is still in the windows of time on the earth for 5 more days, because he's on the earth for 40 days after he rises. So keep that in mind as you're counting and as you're going through these next 5 days. He's on the earth always because he's within you and he's within us completely. But in the windows of time when he throws, and he's walking and he's counting the Omer as well.
Amen.
Yeah.